Okay. So that seems to be working. You want to try? You want to try the on your phone? Just try the on the one the actual zero one or the one that.
Saying again?
Okay. Doing it now. Yeah, it's working for me. So.
Yep, it works.
Working? Okay. Good.
Just keep it sound. Oh, they need to turn music down.
Yeah. Or maybe you will turn off yourself and people will just listen. I think I'll just leave it. Leave it on now. Yeah, you can leave it on, that means the sound. Oh. What you want to let's should we test sound
Yeah,
first?
sure.
Gary? Very nice here. So we can test the audio. Well done.
Yeah, technology.
Good work. Yeah. Okay, I'll go here and oh, we got the microphone. The audio will be set up. Do you want to move the camera on the table? So people will yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Nice to meet you, I'm Charles. We probably met a few times.
So we make it shorter.
Yeah. I guess so.
Or probably a bit shorter.
Yes, it's good to see everyone getting together. And, no, yeah, I really appreciate
Now it's a bit far, I think.
maybe we can move it in a bit.
Yeah.
Yes. Video is let's move the table. Should we move the table over? Is it closer? A
Yeah.
little bit closer? Are you gonna have the table there? Is it a long table or short? Like short? Okay. So we might be limited. Otherwise, you put the table here and you kind of have someone here. You put the table there, but you're getting too close there. Yeah. Like, do you feel you're too far away now? Probably not, no. I think this can be fun because some people might show up and discuss with weather and yeah, maybe they will be on sometimes we're gonna bring that screen down. And then maybe there is someone or someone I can come and say hello. Yeah. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is check the hello. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
So you
give people advice when they come in? We just want them to come in and like grab a drink and just
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's all very smooth. And
Yeah,
that's good.
that's fine.
Sorry, we missed one. We missed our 1:30 ferry. No, that's fine. That's fine. So you can read those. Yeah, okay, good. Those two. Yeah, good. In Santa, you're gonna do two. Okay. Get two around video. Okay. Good. Yeah, just tell people to grab a drink.
I'll grab a drink first.
Okay.
What do you want? Open it now?
Might as well, right? That or just say. Yeah. How many sockets? There you go. I did a whole simple.
Yeah, ¿quieres? Ah, bueno, hay pobre
something? Yeah, let me do that. I do this all day long. What kind of software you want? Well, it's probably best doing it in PowerPoint. He's having trouble with the file that I gave him. Or I can do it, I can log on to my Google Drive here and you can run it as a. Why don't you share so you don't have to, yeah, that's you don't have to log your stuff. I have. Get his email. What's your email, Mary?
Just go to G-Stokes HK. That's what the easiest one.
Oh, here, I can just. What did I do this? Are you on WhatsApp on that laptop? You can make it available for everyone. You want me to do that? Yeah. Okay. So and then I'm going to copy the link. That way you can. Hey, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Email it to what? Gary Phillips. I'll email it to him.
G-Stokes HK at Gmail.
Stokes HK email.
Hey, Cameron, Tobin can see me.
Okay.
He's controlling my alcohol consumption already.
Yeah, I just emailed it to you.
It seems that they have small problems with doing sound. I'm not gonna get involved. I'm not gonna get involved. Yeah, it will be very. I'll be very happy with that.
Cameron's girlfriend. Yeah. And Cameron is friend of Johnny from St.
Hello. No, sorry. We're just a little bit.
I just read Hemingway and this morning. I just teaching this morning for athletics. Yes, I'm now teaching 4 lessons a year. So athletics, PDT, 3 1 5 and then concepts. I don't think they still have space for finding another full time.
So it's one of the attorneys.
Just to care about it. It's something very funny and they do spend a lot of money.
Because the link is working.
They got the slides. They will be good and do business and expand the second level of the website to the game. Yeah. Yeah, we are got also that. The white one is doing that, but yeah, sure. Yes, looking good.
Grab it to get the people because
That's right, I don't think.
I think we're. Hey, Cameron. Hey, how are you doing? All right. Sorry, that's fine. So you guys are not the only group. I mean, no kind of glory.
Just before COVID started, and so I thought maybe it's a sign for us to stay for a little bit more.
How are the drinks working? Are you offering like the first bottles here, or maybe I should follow it for you?
For what?
For the wine.
Oh, one of Johnny's friends put down 1,000 at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm using that 1,000 to put process here and then to get people starting to drink.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was a bit shy, so I just want to get people to start drinking here. 2 bottles here. They also will be free stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna get 2 more bottles here. How many bottles you want? You get 2 more?
3 now.
3?
So there will be 3.
Maybe I get 3 more. So when are you going?
Maybe another 2 years.
You still live in St. Louis?
Yeah.
Still use a fishing stick? I remember it's the mega brave.
Yeah.
Doing good. The girls are back to school, which is a fantastic news. But we need some homeschooling again. So Claire is 7 years old and Olivia is 4 years old. You know, they were cool now. Busy trying to get everything set up. Everyone is really happy. Cheers. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And yeah, the film is like just released my book. Early this week. About 21 champions, 21 interviews.
Is it like a real book?
We went sold out. One thing brings them step by step. You're going to see something. Is that okay? Yep.
What do you mean playing it?
Good. Thank you for arranging all this, man. No worries, man. Cheers. We'll get it all clicking soon. We're just having a little bit of trouble getting this live show. Okay.
It's going now though?
We got the
That's so annoying. Always have a last minute like technical issue.
I love an aviary. My wife, so we here. I bet you a lot of work on that. We have we also I'm a technical director, so I keep everything that's definitely best. Yeah, yeah, this is also especially Johnny more than anything also out of it. That guy, yeah, we are always, but we started a year later. Originally, we started so okay. Because I like the operations of the Okay, thank you. Okay, I think we're good to go. Okay, can we start? Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming here to celebrate John's life, Johnny Phillips' life. Uh, my name is Cameron Dewitt. Can you hear me okay? No. A little louder, Gary. How about now? Is that better? More. Johnny's friends can't hear him. How about back there? Can you hear us okay? Ears okay now? All right, excellent. Thank you very much for coming today. My name is Cameron, a friend of Johnny's from sailing, and it's really great to see so many people here. We have some people online as well joining us. The people online, if you can't hear us, please speak up, send a message or something. All right. I want to thank Gary Stokes and Hemingway's for letting us do this here. As you can imagine, these days it's quite hard to find a spot to hold a gathering. It's not a real gathering. We just all have closer. All right. Okay. It's pretty hard to find a place to gather for something like this now. So thank you very much to Gary and Hemingway's, please use the bar liberally and tip helpfully to support them. There's going to be an opportunity for people to say a few things later on if you want. We have quite a few tributes that have come from overseas, people that can't be here, a lot of the people that are online, and it's getting better. It's getting better. Okay. So if anybody wants to speak later on, just come on up later. We'll give you an opportunity. Please use your masks if you're not drinking, just to keep with all the rules as well. I'd like to start with a reading of the obituary. Johnny Phillips was born. Johnny Phillips was born on August 3rd, 1948, to Reg and Olive Phillips. His childhood was spent in Birkenhead, England, near Liverpool, where he grew into a Renaissance man. Johnny could build boats and sail them well enough to win national championships. He was a second Dan black belt in Taekwondo and wasn't afraid to use it. We're told he could play the drums and guitar, although not many of us ever heard him do so. He could grow vegetables and cook a square meal. He always had an eye for the ladies and a joke for the boys. But above all, Johnny was a teacher, a storyteller, and a friend to many. Johnny had a long and storied career in theatre as a set construction manager, including jobs at the Royal National Theatre, the BBC, and the Guildhall School of Music and Drama. He also built stage works for some of the best rock acts of the 1960s and 70s. Johnny came to Hong Kong in 2004 to teach his craft at the Hong Kong Academy of Performing Arts. He was hugely popular with his students. And he has left a great legacy in the many people he patiently taught how to turn wood, weld, work with fiberglass, and a million little tricks to make the job go more smoothly. I can just hear him now saying something like, just add a squirt of washing up liquid and it'll work much better. Johnny was all-knowing when it came to working with these materials. And you students were a very, very bright light in his life. He talked about you a lot. The beautiful urn that holds his remains was made by one of his students. This being Johnny, a man of eclectic talents, he also turned his hand to crafting orthopedic devices, training working dogs, and skippering a 56-foot catch up and down the coast of Scotland. That skippering job generated a lot of stories for him. Sailing or just messing around in boats was how many of us in Hong Kong came to know Johnny. The pinnacle of his sailing career was winning the British Nationals in an A-class catamaran he built with his own hands. Here in Hong Kong, he was a fixture aboard the racing boat Authority. But Johnny wasn't just sailing. He was teaching knots and silly tricks, fixing bits before they broke, and telling stories. Often the same stories, again and again. And he was always the hero in every story. And Johnny was enthusiastic in drinking a few rums when the sails came down. Johnny was also a passionate fisherman, taking his boat, fish and chips out to the 9 pins, the oil rigs, the socos, anywhere he thought he could find fish. And he'd find them and catch them, even when no one else on the boat was getting a bite. That's the Johnny we all came to know and love. Talented, teaching, a ready smile, and a twinkle in his bright blue eyes. A magical craftsman working in a myriad of materials, always a fishing story or a sailing tale to tell. Johnny was an incredibly private man, despite his love of conversation. A bit ornery, sometimes downright annoying, but a man who left a legacy bigger than himself.
Johnny Phillips left us. Johnny Phillips left us in the morning of March 18th, 2021, age 72. He was predeceased by his parents and his older sister Jane. Left behind to mourn his passing are his wife Camilla and a legion of friends around the globe. Rest in peace, dear Johnny. I'd like to invite Ken Chan from the APA to share a few tributes that have been sent in.
Hi guys. The one I have here is from Johnny Williams, the former dean of our school. Here we go. Those of us who have worked with theater master carpenters around the world will know they are not always the easiest characters to work with. Not so with Johnny. He was an exception, friendly, helpful, always willing to accommodate when possible. Johnny was an exceptional master carpenter. More than that, a true craftsman, a professional who took great pride in his work and generous, sharing his years of knowledge with his staff and students. Johnny became a member of my staff when I was appointed dean of the School of Theatre and Entertainment Arts at the APA. He was not only a colleague who gave me tremendous support, but became a good friend and frequent drinking buddy. He had a wonderful sense of humor with endless jokes and fishing stories, some of which were, I'm sure, as tall as Johnny, and were repeated on numerous occasions with a slightly different twist, much to the amusement of those around him. Johnny was always a great mimic and could imitate a former director of the Academy perfectly. One particular memory I have of Johnny is when we were both in Phuket, Thailand, at the time of the 2004 tsunami. Johnny was staying at the hotel in Koram, where I was in Kamala, about 40 minutes drive apart. Both areas were devastated when the tsunami struck on the morning of the December 26, 2004, resulting in many deaths. I had met Johnny for a drink at his hotel just a few days before and knew how close to the sea it was. Despite the devastation in Kamala, I was okay, but became very worried about Johnny. I tried calling and texting him to no avail. Mobile phones and landlines were down. I became increasingly worried and tried driving to Cologne, but it was impossible to get through with debris, boats, and upturned cars blocking roads. By going over the island, I got through the following day to find Johnny's hotel totally trashed by the tsunami. The place was deserted and no one was around who could confirm what had happened to him. With still no response from Johnny's phone, I started to fear the worst. You can imagine my relief when the following day I received an "I am okay, boss" text that I followed up with a phone call. Johnny had made it back to Hong Kong. He told me he had left early that fateful morning for a fishing trip and was far out at the sea when the tsunami hit the beaches. His love of fishing had probably saved his life. When we were reunited back in Hong Kong, we gave each other a big hug, knowing it could have ended very differently for us. And we got rather drunk that evening, I seem to remember. Rest in peace, Johnny, my friend. So very sorry I could not be there for you on the last voyage. Because by the twist of fate, due to the pandemic, I am stuck in Phuket. Here's from John. And I have another one here. It's from Psyche. Psyche is a colleague from APA as well. We are lucky to have worked with Johnny at the Academy, as he was one of the most intelligent, compassionate, and kind-hearted men in the world. He was always there to support our students and colleagues, whatever the situation might be. Whenever he saw us with tired faces, he would give us his heartfelt hug to cheer us up. Johnny was my mentor and good friend. He taught me two new things in my life. The first one is fishing with a fishing rod. Johnny told me he loved fishing and sailing, so our family invited him to join our fishing gathering with my father, mother, brother, and sister in a small 7-pen boat, and we had a great fun day. I told Johnny we used to go fishing with fish lines and with hooks, but Johnny was very thoughtful and specially bought an extra fishing rod to teach us how to use it. Later, Johnny told me he had taken an examination for the visual operations certificate in Hong Kong. I believe that the most difficult part was to study and remember all the Chinese locations on our Hong Kong map. But nothing could stop our diligent Johnny. He only spent a few months to pass the test and gain his license of visual ownership and operation. Then we could see his amazing mastery working his own boat. The second one is remarkable yacht sailing tour. Johnny invited me to go sailing with his sailing teammates, and I have an impressive memory how clever and proficient Johnny's sailing skills were during the stormy weather where the boat seemed flipped over. But it was always under the control of Johnny and his teammates. It was extremely exciting and unforgettable memory, and it was the only one sailing experience in my life. Thank you, Johnny, to save my life. He will be truly missed by all of us who have gathered here. Johnny has provided us with so many memories of himself that will forever preserve his soul in our memories. This is from Saki.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody that wants to say anything? Anybody else wants to come up and say a few words? It's open mic. All right. We have a few recorded tributes that we're going to play, and then Santo's going to read a few from some of Johnny's childhood friends. So just stand by for a second.
Me, I feel today. I'm the age 25. Killed us 6 times. On fire, where he was always in the right place at the right time. And many of us. And latterly, in my former business, Lantau Marine, where he was the most competent, the most reliable. Ever had the privilege to work with. Of the fort, right up to the end. He was so unstated, almost to the point of ridiculousness. But he was also so underrated. And yet he always had amongst the repeats, yes. And yet we often didn't know. He was a very private man, and still his light shone through. He could be obtuse, were really quite stubborn. And yet somehow we always managed to come back to be very big friends. To be my best man. So, a lot. Johnny for me. One more rum cup for the way home. Hope to see you all again soon. Farewell, Johnny. May your ride across the universe and across the galaxy be as fast as you want it to take. That beautiful little brain of yours. Johnny, you crazy guy.
That was Ken Wiltshire. I'm sure many of you know him. For those of you who didn't know him, he was sailing friend and employer here in DB of Johnny in recent years. We also have a. Okay, sure. Santo, can you come up? Yeah.
So, hello guys, welcome all for this small moment for Johnny. So I'm going to read two messages from his friend from England. First one is from Graham Williams, a friend from the school days. Thank you all for looking after my old mate in Hong Kong. Once, John was an angelic man, but over the years, I think his halo may have wobbled a bit. Farewell to my old mates. Whenever you are, they will have a good chippy. Good wooden chippy for you. Next one is from Rob Dobby, childhood friend. John and I first got to know each other when we sat together in Mr. Hooper's class, Mercy Park Primary School, Birkenhead, England. We were 7 or 8 years of age and quickly became firm friends. John played in the school football team. He was a centre half. Unfortunately, we won never any cups. John had a happy childhood with his parents, Rick and Ollie, and elder sister Jane. John always wants to become a fireman like his dad, but unfortunately failed at medical. He wore glasses. So many happy memories. Fishing inevitably at some ridiculous hour in the morning, including Christmas Day. Me hosting in North Wales on our bikes, playing with the toy steam engines, climbing trees, pea shooting to the neighbors' letterboxes, and so on. An idyllic childhood in a different time, such freedom. John persuaded me to join St. Lucas Youth Club when we were 15, incidentally run by his Uncle Tom and Auntie Dawn. My Boy Scout days were over. For the youth club, there were girls. We went on several holidays together, including Butlins Pebble. Although this was the swinging 60s, they seemed to miss us. Although looking at the photos from that time, I now understand why. John always entered into everything enthusiastic, whether fishing, motor car racing, or judo. He had a wonderful appetite, but never put on a pound, with all the amusement. To say I feel I've lost a true friend is an understatement. He had been a part of my life for over 60 years, and I will miss him. God bless John. Thank you.
Thank you. So make sure your glasses are full. We we need to give Johnny a toast here in a moment. So fill up your glasses. Mine too, please. Yes.
I would like to say something as a guy that got to know Johnny in 2005. It was the first time I sailed in Hong Kong. It was an authority. And actually there was a picture of us there. That was the first time. Then our passion, my passion, sailing and fishing, it was bound to be crossroads there. Actually, I learned how to fly fish from Johnny. And the ones of you that know about fly fishing are going to say, like, what? Are you fly fishing for trout in Hong Kong or grayling or whatever? No, I had the best fly fishing teacher in the world in the marina of Discovery Bay. So Johnny also taught me the best way when you take photos of a fish and you want to make it look bigger, you basically try to hide your hands behind the fish, and then you move it towards the camera as far as you can, and I guarantee you probably see the fish in some of the little booklet there. I think he's done the same there. Okay? So then there's something else that I'm dearly going to miss, and I've already appointed Wolfie to take over that tradition. Well, first of all, when I think a lot of you younger ones, like myself, even though I have a little brain now, usually when Johnny comes, or when he came and he saw you, he would go, "Young Nick!" Right? I think a lot of you have experienced that. Then, if I would show up with my wife, he would go over to my wife, would put his arm around her, and would say, "Young lady, is this man bothering you?" I just felt like sharing those memories, and as a Commodore of the DDYC, but also as a friend, we are a family, and a lot of DDYC members are here, a lot of sailors are here, and we are sorely going to miss you. Johnny, rest in peace.
Thank you. Anyone else want to grab the mic? Anybody else have a good story of Johnny? I know we all have stories of Johnny. Okay. I'm going to read a quick tribute here from Geraldine. 1 second. This is a tribute from Geraldine Taylor Thomas. Hello, everyone. This is Geraldine in Yorkshire, UK. Sending a big thank you to you all for coming to remember John on behalf of us too far away to be there. John left us too soon, but he will always be in our hearts where he belongs. So hug Lavella tight for me. Give her all the love and help she needs. I know you will. And let's raise a glass and remember John as he'd like to be remembered. Smiling and happy and a big part of our lives. God bless everyone. Love from across the miles. Your story about Johnny reminded me, I wasn't going to tell any of my own, I do want to tell one story. In recent years, when Johnny was working here in the marina and was doing some odd carpentry jobs around town, I knew what a great carpenter he was, I knew what a great craftsman he was, and I'd heard about this company that had started up in Hong Kong called Maker Bay. And I've been connected on Facebook with somebody involved with Maker Bay, and knowing that Johnny was looking for work, I asked him. And Maker Bay is basically a shared space for doing carpentry and robotics and this sort of thing. And so, and they do a lot of education as well. And so I contacted this person I'd been connected with on Facebook, this woman, who I'd never met in person, but we'd been in touch on teaching experience if that would fit into their programming. Johnny was a little nervous when I presented this plan to him. I said, hey, there's this company and they might be interested in hosting some workshops. Would you be interested in running them? And he said, yeah, but you want to come with me to go to this place? I said, sure, let's go. So we went over to Maker Bay, and it was Fiona who was the one that was potentially hiring trainers, and we never met before. I'd seen something that interested me more than carpentry at Maker Bay. And when we left, Johnny was all like, and he was right. And 5 years later, I thank Johnny for introducing me.
Young lady, it's not young man bothering.
All right, if there's no one else that wants to say any words, I think let's raise your glass and hang around and keep drinking. There's a bunch of bottles of wine. A few people here in Hong Kong and also people outside of town have very generously put money down on the bar to buy bottles. So help yourself, hang around. Let's have some drinks. I know there's a bagpiper coming by later, Johnny, to salute Johnny's Scottishness. So let's raise a glass. To Johnny. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you all. That's the end of any prepared remarks.
That story hả? Thì có thích người thôi.
Sorry, really, I'm not hearing.
and Oban and Skye. Now, David here is from the Highlands. He's from, and he's one of Scotland's most accomplished pipers. And he's written a song especially for Johnny. And he's going to do two songs tonight, I think. The first one is called Lullaby from Hell, and the second one, which David wrote just for Johnny, is called, there's no name in it, The Johnny's Lament. So David.